Pokémon Journeys is amazing. It featured our recurring main character Ash Ketchum along with his beloved partner Pikachu as they embark together on one last journey, a final dance if you would, to give us fans some of the best seasons of the Pokémon anime of the last decade. What sets these 3 seasons apart from the rest of the anime? Well, the ingenuity in combining every element of the anime till that point in an amazing farewell story. A new generation was introduced, Gen 8, but it wasn't the primary focus of the series. In every episode, Ash traveled between regions to go on adventures or to train his Pokémon and even battle in order to go up in ranks in the World Coronation series. Ash's primary focus being battling the #1 champion Leon. I love how because of this the pacing is changed. Instead of Ash catching specific Pokémon for the region he's in and travels, he's already got that knowledge, and even though the basis of the Pokémon he catches is friendship because they want to stick by him, they're actually really strong. Like, I love Buizel, it's my favorite Pokémon. I love Ash's Buizel, but it would get demolished by any of Leon's Pokémon. So, in the first season of Journeys, Ash has already gathered his whole team, which I'm so happy for because it gives us more time to watch him train them, and he actually does. He basically just took care of all the stuff early, so there's just plain training for 2 seasons till he reaches the Masters 8, and what a team. I was watching that and I was like, what is Ash cooking? First of all, Pikachu, of course, followed by a Dragonite, Gengar, Riolu, which transformed into Lucario before the end of the first season, a Galarian Farfetch'd, which evolved in Surfetch'd in the second season, and the last addition to the team, a Dracovish, in the second episode of the second season. Mind-blowing team. Shifting the focus a bit from Ash's powerful team, we have the home base for our protagonist and his friend who travels with. Ash takes residence in Vermilion City, the Kanto location where the 3rd gym leader, Lieutenant Surge, resides. Here there is the Cerise Laboratory, where Professor Cerise conducts Pokémon research. He's the father of Chloe, an ambitious but frightened young girl who becomes a part of Ash's trio, though she doesn't embark on every mission, leaving it more to feel like a duo for the first time in the franchise. The other person, the most important one, is Go, a childhood friend of Chloe who, since an interaction with Mew when he was a kid, wants to learn everything there is about Pokemon and catch every single one, including Mew. That's ambition, and it's perfect. He becomes one of Ash's best friends in the whole franchise because of the synergy. I really can't decide if I should put Dawn or Go at the #1 spot of Ash's friends, so that just shows how important Go is to the whole plot. He represents the average Pokemon Go player, which I absolutely love. He managed to set a good pace in dull and filler episodes because he always catches a different Pokemon. In the past, Ash would catch one sometime, with another person in his group once every 20 episodes, but in one of the first episodes, Go goes on a spree of just catching Pokemon after Pokemon and maintaining that pace across all 3 seasons. This also giving us another fix to one of the franchise's problems, Ash's amnesia, because Go is unfamiliar with most of the Pokemon present. He always pulls out the Pokédex in order to learn what they are, but mostly as a means of showing the audience the new Pokemon's name, power and typing. I was sick of seeing Ash encountering a Pokemon for the 5th time in the anime and him just pulling out the Pokédex, acting like he didn't know what that was already. That was just dumb. Like I said, it made Ash seem like he had amnesia, so they fixed that up thanks to Go. As I mentioned at the start, Ash doesn't have a sole region to focus on. In one episode he's in Johto, and in the next one he partakes in an Alolan adventure. That gives the possibility of having cameos of old friends like Dawn or Iris. It feels like such a breath of fresh air after the Alolan seasons. I like them a lot, but the set location got way too repetitive, just that town in the school for like 90% of the time, and the casting was a bit too much, jumping from 3 to like 6 or 7 kids, when the very next adventure only mainly focuses on 2, which appears to be way better in terms of synergy. Ash even goes and fights with other gym leaders from the past, and this World Coronation series isn't just something restrained to a region. Every trainer from all over the Pokemon world battles in it. The Masters 8 tournament, the last standing 8, the top 8 ranked players in the whole Pokemon world, was comprised of Leon, the champion, Cynthia, the Sinnoh champion, Steven, the Hoenn champion, Lance, the Johto and Kanto champion, Iris, who since saying goodbye to Ash has become the Unova champion, Diantha, the Kalos champion, Elaine, if you remember him from Pokemon X and Y with the Mega Charizard, and lastly our protagonist Ash, the first ever Alolan champion. What a stacked competition, holy fuck. They offer us in the latter half of the last seasons episodes just full of battles. Like, I think only 3 or 4 episodes out of 20 were not featuring battles. Like, what? It's insane. It's so entertaining. Yep, just hard-hitting battles, everyone competing for the trophy. It's amazing. These are the ones I recommend the most out of all 3 seasons. You could only watch these episodes and you'll still understand what's going on and still be left impressed. All leading into the final where Ash faces off against Leon in a 4-part episode battle. Holy shit, is this One Piece? A whole combined hour-long fight between the two to determine the winner and champion. And, let's not forget, everything is allowed, which means Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing, which are new features added to these seasons because of Gen 8. When you return your Pokemon to its ball, you use the Dynamax band, transforming the ball into one of King Kong's testicles, and then you throw your Pokemon, and comes out the size of King Kong himself, with enhanced powers. But also Mega Evolution and Z-moves, the best thing to come out of Alola besides Ash being champion. And Ash, the motherfucker himself, has all 3. That's the Infinity Gauntlet in the Pokemon universe. He used the Mega Evolution evolution of Lucario. He trained with Greninja to be even more instinct with Lucario for that. Like what? Greninja is back? Yeah, I told you this series ain't fooling around at all. And on 2 different occasions, in the final 3 battles, Ash had used the 10 million volt Thunderbolt with Pikachu, and it's orgasmic. When you see Ash struggling against Steven in the first round, it's down to Pikachu versus Mega Shiny Metagross, and you see Ash throw his cap to the sky, you get shivers down your spine because you know what's about to come. How have they managed to put all this together for the final seasons? This is the best piece of Pokemon anime I've seen since the Sinnoh seasons, and I think it even beats those. And yeah, I cannot find any that could be this one. It's just so amazing. How have they managed to put this together for the final one? I've genuinely never been this entertained by the Pokemon franchise like ever. Some other series can only dream of having this great of a finale. And the episode which concludes the battle between Ash and Leon is the highest rated episode of the whole franchise, since he got a 9.7 on IMDb for more than 1,000 ratings. Every one of Ash's friends was cheering for him in the final battle. We'd get breaths of fresh air between attacks by showing us either Professor Oak with Ash's mom and all of Ash's Pokemon cheering for him, hey, there's my cheeky Weasel, or either Dawn in the stands, or Team Rocket, or Misty, or other of Ash's friends that he made during his Pokemon journey. So epic. I can't believe I'm talking about Pokemon anime with this much enthusiasm. I still am baffled. How did they pull this finale? Ash wins the final and gets crowned the #1 trainer in the world. During this time, Go couldn't attend the finale because he was off on the final mission of Project Mew, a research project aiming to find Mew. Go got to that point after doing a ton of hard quests like collecting Volcarona, Golden Scales, catching Wild Kingdra, raid battle against Articuno, and more. He was accompanied in that project by the infamous Gary. They butted heads a couple of times, but it was all fine. When they reached Mew and tried to fight it, the legendary just decimated all the Pokemon. They stood no chance, and when Go came up to it, spread his arms and started talking, Mew was about to hyperblast him before it heard Go's words. Go thanked it. He didn't want to catch it anymore. He understood what Mew gave to him. Seeing Mew as a child planted the seed in Go made him want to be a researcher, to uncover Pokemon secrets and befriend them. And those words touched Mew. But what is more touching is the implication in the franchise of everyone's favorite anti-hero trio, Jesse, James, and Meowth, that's right. And Wobbuffet too. They were with, or better said, against Ash since the beginning. They didn't appear as much in Journey, but it was a delight. They even got a new means of fighting against Ash. Instead of catching their own Pokemon, they got a prize machine delivered by a Pelipper. They'd insert Meowth's coin and collect 2 Pokemon in these very nice looking Team Rocket design balls. If only someone had, I don't know, ranked Pokeballs and talked about these ones as well. Ash and Go decide to go their separate ways, Ash pursuing a new adventure as always, whilst Go decides to go on his first solo one, to not be dependent on Ash and learn more by himself. They arrive at a split road reminiscent of Ash's first anime breakup, the one of Brock and Misty, and they go out into the world. There even was an epilogue miniseries added, called To Be a Pokemon Master, an added bunch of 12 episodes to give Ash one final goodbye from the franchise. I'll talk about those some other day as well, if you guys would like. But now all that matters is Pokemon Journeys. The creators understood the assignment and managed to give an exhaustingly overdue series a new breath of fresh air and a new spark in its final moments. Moments made out of recurring characters, even gym leaders, foes or friends, but the important part is that every important figure from across this franchise has gotten its moment in the spotlight in the series. It really was for the fans. It's the biggest piece of fan service I've ever seen Pokemon do. From Ash putting together a strong team to face off against Leon in a final major battle, to Go gaining the confidence to pursue his childhood dream, and Chloe discovering life with her Eevee, who cannot evolve, but can mimic others' powers. Such interesting characters with their own quirks and aspirations, just like real life really. See, I even got a bit relatable here. You get everything on the Lore Seal channel, so why not just subscribe already? Please.